Welcome back, everybody. 5:24 the time. In this week's segment, dogs are born sometimes needing life-saving surgery. In many cases, the choice is to put the pup down instead of that costly procedure. That's where an organization comes in. They're actually based out of New York, but their reach is as far as Tampa and beyond. That makes them this week's Extraordinary Ordinary.
I just want to give kisses. That's all I want to do. That's what it's all about.
Susan Winslow is fostering little Giuseppe.
He says, I'm happy to be here. Why? Yes. I'm going to make somebody a wonderful family pet. Yes.
And you get the feeling that the 7-month-old Yorkshire Terrier is so happy to be here,
He's being feisty.
almost that he knew what the alternative would have been.
And without the surgery, he would have died.
Giuseppe has a condition that affects his neck and spinal cord.
You're a duck?
He wasn't even born here. He was taken in by an organization called the Mia Foundation. They're out of Rochester, New York. They take in dogs that need life-saving procedures, and then they find the surgeons around the country to take on the case.
Here he is.
That's when you bring in Dr. Meadows with the Tampa Bay veterinary specialists.
One of my referring vets sent me an email that day and said she had a friend on a plane that was with a dog I was doing surgery on from New York. So it is a small world relatively, but it is pretty neat.
Yes.
It's an immediate gratification thing. It's sort of a surgeon's thing, you know. It's broken, you fix it, you see it fixed, and you get to take credit for it.
He says it costs around $3,000 for the surgery, that he gives a deep discount to that nonprofit organization.
Just handed him off.
Giuseppe will be adopted out to a forever home in New York once he's recovered. Fosters for the Mia Foundation say you make the new families as, if not more, happy at this dog's second chance at life.
We feel like everything has a chance, deserves a chance to live. Just because you're a little different or special doesn't mean, you shouldn't be given out of a happy life. And as you can see.
Yeah, you wonder how those dogs get to their surgeries all across the country. The Mia Foundation relies on volunteers to physically fly the dogs. Now, in this case, a volunteer has a connection with an airline where she can fly for free. If you have an idea, someone or something you think is an extraordinary ordinary, shoot me a suggestion on my Facebook page. An organization I never knew existed, and obviously because they're in Rochester, New York, but they have volunteers all across the country. They have fosters all over the place. Yeah, Giuseppe. Pound and will not get any bigger than that.
Little teacup.
Which is part of the problem with these when they're born with these issues, because we make the dogs, it's it's a science lesson. We make the dogs so small now. These toy breeds.
Damaging them.
Yeah, it hurts them, yeah.